This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Florida State's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off in defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense. And
he's got some space. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. From the gun, running back gets the give.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Rooks. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time.
There he goes. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Seminoles Didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Georgia Tech's offense will take the field for the first time. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup, and, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. They're bringing the chop, they're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Dome. Back to throw, it's Duke. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making it.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. A little screen to the running back. At the 40, there he goes. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. On the move. Runs through a tackle. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense.
And it's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Now the play fake. Let's it fly. Find space on the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense. And he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get him.
Turning it on. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you. Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really good job by the offense, giving you some eye candy, something to look at so it wasn't easy coming downhill right at you. Hard to diagnose plays.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. Gonna run it. It's Rooks. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They've got a first down here to open the period. Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Noles pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. quickly completes. Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
He'll set up to throw. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
A great job on the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He'll pull it on the read. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game. But at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Seminoles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Got his man to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, go make those contested catches.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Hodges. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Quarterback making checks. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping up the big play.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
The Seminoles are threatening in the red zone. On the run, it's Rooks. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Seminoles are threatening on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, no! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. Always fun to see 2 of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Back to pass, it's Duke. They're working that left side. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 15, and that gives him some more room to work.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback D going the other direction.
Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
He'll feel the button, take it back. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Rhodes. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Like,
hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad, because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Under fire. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Noles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this
lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking for a man. It's Duke. Oh!
this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. And his receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence. But the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there.
Touchdown, Florida State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They'll leave it with him. There he goes. Jumped on top of the pile.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
The Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll sneak it. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. They bring the punter onto the field now. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Now on the return. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Catch in the middle. It's Hodges. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Rooks. Smashes through the tackle. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
The Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. Going for 6. Touchdown, Knowles! Fit it in the window for the score. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
To the air, it's Duke. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They've got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little bit.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And you can see the aggressive nature by this defense on these last 2 plays. They get a sack, and then on the slant from the pocket, tremendous job of anticipation by the defender, bearing down on the intended target, and it's the hit that forces the incompletion. They are playing so physical right now on the defensive side of the ball.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but, man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Can't hang on. It's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down. Defender gets a little too aggressive there, and this offense gets some free yardage. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. Leaves it with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. To throw, it's Cook. Snagged out of the air. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play, but understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting them on the ground.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Turning it on. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Duke. The sure hands, it's Reddick. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think
Breaks into the open. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. To the air, it's Cook. Here's the pressure. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Covey. Oh, he's got some space. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And you're trying to get the ball to running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Looking downfield, it's Leon. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Uncorks it. Connection to the right. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. And the Knowles buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. The give to the back. Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to throw, it's Cook. With the catch, it's Lockett. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. And the Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
They just keep firing. Finds his big tight end. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it on the run. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knowles! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
The return is tackled down at the 22, and the Georgia Tech offense will take
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Leon. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on, so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. He's got an open man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And they can't make the connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens, and they get out of sync, and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need...
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. The handoff keeps working on that clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Cook. Pressure coming. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Puts it out of the air. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down? No problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's caught. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Finds his man in the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick strike complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They march to the red zone, and here they go. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Cook. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And while this game is all but decided, and give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time.